Everyone, Jai Shri Krishna. I hope you are all fine and you like the videos I have posted so far. I am getting good responses and thank you all for spending your time and watching these videos. I hope that you are finding the relevancy and applicability factor of these stories in our day-to-day life, and also which is actually the basic purpose. So thank you all for watching the videos and giving your responses. So we will again begin from where we left off in our last video. In our last story we have seen how Ganga took the 8th son Devvrat with her to the land of gods for his proper education, and with the promise that she will return the son once he becomes eligible and able. So from now King Shantanu started waiting for her to come back. In between 16 long years passed, and his only concern was to get back his son. And in between these 16 years, a small incident happened when King Shantanu found two infants in a forest. There was no one near them to take care of them. They were like orphans. So King Shantanu adopted those two infants. One was boy and other was girl. He named them Krapa and Krapi. Both names mean the same thing, the blessing of God. So he adopted these two infants and handed over them to royal teacher of the kingdom for their proper upbringing and education. Apart from this story, nothing much happened in next 16 years. This boy Krapa will take an important role in the story of Mahabharata. So 16 years passed by, and one day Ganga returned with Devvrat, grown up Devvrat, and returned the son to King Shantanu. And before she left for her land of gods again, she promised Devvrat that whenever he needs any emotional support or guidance or help, he can come to the banks of river Ganga and ask for that help, and she will come and provide that help. So like this, Devvrat returned to Hastinapur. Now it was for him to prove his eligibility and ability to become prince, because alright, he got all the education, he got them from the gods themselves, but still he has to show that he is eligible, he is eligible to use that education. So once it happened that he was going on a horse ride, and he saw near the borders of Hastinapur, he saw a huge army of kingdom of Shalv is coming. Prince of Shalv kingdom is heading this huge army, and they were charging towards Hastinapur. Now kingdom of Shalv had a long enmity with kingdom of Hastinapur, and this was another attack they were planning against Hastinapur. When he saw, he was a 16-year-old boy. So when he saw this huge army coming towards him and towards Hastinapur, he actually warned the Prince of Shalv to stop wherever he is and not to charge anymore. Prince of Shalv thought that he is a small boy, what he can do alone, and he has support of whole army. So he continued to charge. Little did he know that Devvrat was given all the education by gods. He has all the divine powers, he has all the divine weapons, and a fierce battle happened at that time, and Devvrat alone, as a young boy alone, defeated the whole army with his divine weapons. He captured Prince of Shalv as war prisoner and brought him to the court of Hastinapur. In the court of Hastinapur, everyone was of opinion that he should be given the death sentence. Prince of Shalv should be given the death sentence, because Shalv kingdom has long enmity and they have attacked many times, and the enemy should be killed as soon as possible. But here the Devvrat came into the picture and said that if you are trying to end the enmity, then killing is not a solution. Better end the enmity with the friendship. So I propose that Prince of Shal should be allowed to go back to his kingdom, and we will start a new chapter of friendship from here, because killing each other will only increase the enmity, will not end the enmity. So this was a historical decision, historical justice he has provided, and which actually made King Shantanu to announce from that time only that Devvrat is now the prince of Hastinapur. Why he announced that? Because the Devvrat proved good on two counts, which was set by King Bharat. He was able to protect the kingdom of Hastinapur from the aggression of kingdom of Shal, and still again he was able to provide justice to Prince Shal. So because of these two reasons, he King Shantanu announced that he should be the next prince. So this is the way Devvrat became prince. Now the applicability of this small story in our day-to-day life. To understand the applicability or relevancy, we have to understand what King Shantanu did. He got back his son from Ganga, but he waited till Devvrat proves his eligibility. It's not that he just got back and he announced him as a prince. No, he waited till Devvrat actually proves his eligibility. He proves that he is able to save the borders of Hastinapur. He proves that he is able to provide justice to the people. Then only he made him prince. So in actual sense, what King Shantanu did, he followed the tradition. He followed the principle laid down by King Bharat. He followed the family tradition. Now if we look at ourselves, if we look within ourselves, then how many times we are very much fond of following the family traditions? How many times we are fond of following the religious traditions? I can say about myself that for the best part of my life, about 26-28 years of age, I never went to places of worship regularly. I never did worship regularly, and when I started doing it, I got good result out of it. So this is what I am saying, that I am not saying follow everything blindly, but at the same time don't discard them blindly. If you have questions or if you have concerns, doubts over any tradition, it is always better to research over it. We are blessed with so much technology and information these days that all our questions can be answered. Nothing remains question these days. If you just Google or if you just go to the Wikipedia site, you will get all the information regarding any of your question. This is the way I remove my doubts over many of the questions which I had religiously or social. So this is the learning from this small story where Devvrat became prince, that we should always follow the family traditions. If we have doubt, we should clear those doubts rather than discard those traditions blindly. Thank you very much for watching this video, and please subscribe to my channel if you are liking these videos, so that I can upload more videos. I can be encouraged to upload more videos in future. Thank you all.